what are your expectations for the season this year?
Well, the Seahawks are tough right now. I mean, all their stars are gone except for Russell. And so it's like, who do you root for? You're like, yeah, Lockett. You know, yo, Chris Carson. Woo. I mean, there's not, I'm not sure who to get behind. I mean, someone asked me the other day, like, who's your favorite Seahawk? And I was like, Nick Vanette.
You know what? Maybe I have someone for you. What about Shaquem Griffin? Big night. Led his team in tackles, first taste of NFL action, including 4 of his first 4 snaps playing. So, how good of a story is he first?
It's a fantastic story with his physical challenges and, overcoming those. And he's amazing. He's so aggressive. He could be the next big star.
Yeah, it's an awesome story, man. And, I know we had mentioned this before, and people are kind of waiting for me to tee this up. But I'm a big fan of The Office. I've watched it probably start to finish twice. And
wait, was that a segue?
Yeah, that was
TV talk.
Right.
I thought we were talking about the Seahawks. All of a sudden, we're talking about The Office.
He's been waiting. That's why he hasn't said anything
until now. He's festering on this.
All right, okay.
Because this picked up a little. So I watched it a second time, and I'm starting to think Pam Beasley actually is evil. She cheated on Roy. She led Jim on for years. She got jealous of the purse girl, Katie, who you asked out, actually. So that could have been something you brought up with Jim. She backed out of the Roy deal, okay? Jim supported her dream, and then she
Are you nervous
Jim
he knows more about the show than you, though?
Right. She wanted Jim to leave Philadelphia, give up his dream. She read the letter from Holly to Michael. She also, she flunked out of graphic design school. So my question to you is, and it had the emotional connection. She had the emotional connection with the boom mic guy who you know because he was there all the time. So my point is was Pam Beasley, was she actually far more evil than maybe this, this America's sweetheart thing that you guys try to play out?
You are a horrible human being. What do you do in your life? What are you at home watching? What other conspiracy theories do you have?
None. This is it. This is the only one. I don't think it's conspiracy. Like my bias is to the truth.
You know what?
So
I think you might be right.
Right. Like all these girls out there on Instagram, their bio says I'm just a Pam waiting on my Jim. Don't be a Pam.
Don't be a Pam. Be a Dwight, girls.
Yes.
I think it's a fantastic theory. You know what? I'm going to explore this a little bit more.
If you guys ever do the movie, I think this needs to come up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Kill her off with a giant shark.
I like it.
I mean,
I want to hear your other offers.
I am totally shocked that he was able to ramble them off like that and have more that weren't even on the tweet.
Yeah.
Look, the reason why, because you could feel, Ryan is a diehard Office fan, and I'm sure you feel it on a daily basis, maybe second to second whenever you're out there in the public.
I'm sure it's super annoying.
Just how many people love The Office. But what would you say is your favorite episode of The Office?
My favorite episode of The Office. We were talking about Toby, Paul Lieberstein, earlier today. He wrote a great one called Money, which is the first one they go to Dwight's bed and breakfast and Schrute Farms.
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful moment when Dwight is heartbroken because Angela has left him, and they're sitting in the stairwell, him and Jim offers him some consolation, and then Dwight reaches out, and he's kind of in tears, and he reaches out and he puts his arm out like he's gonna grab Jim, but then he looks and Jim is gone, and then Dwight looks around and he's kind of embarrassed. And I love that moment because it kind of sums up The Office for me, because if Dwight had connected with Jim, if Dwight had put his arm around Jim and they had looked into each other's eyes and said, I got you, bro. I'm here for you. They had a bro moment. Then the whole show would have fallen apart because they, because they need to be antagonists, But it was this beautiful, poignant moment that ends kind of comedically.
And that's the thing I think is so challenging about the show is because, Ricky Gervais' version of it was incredible. So everybody just assumes, the American version is going to stink. They're going to screw this up. Mm-hmm. I know that Krasinski had even said that when they were going through the tryouts and casting this whole thing. And for you guys to kind of push the note of Michael being the most annoying person ever, but you still found yourself rooting for him. And Dwight having all these characteristics that you would hate in a person, but there'd be these little moments where you could still stick through it for 10 years. I just think it's really hard to write characters that way. And you guys were able to do it for that many years where we still found ourselves liking people that we probably wouldn't like if they were in our lives.
Yeah, but I think that ultimately, I think the Hawks are going to make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to go farther than the first round necessarily, first or second round. But they still got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Let's not forget they've got one of the best coaches in the league. And I'm excited. I'm optimistic for the new season. We'll probably have a running game this year that we didn't have last year. So.
That was classic.
Rainn,
Well, that's how you do transitions.
Let's talk more sports then, Rainn.
You just start talking about a different thing.
What are your thoughts on some other sports then?